Hello guys, and thank you so much for coming to this video. Today I want to make something like of a guide. I want you to have general information, very basic fundamental information, so that you can progress in endgame. Now, I have seen several videos of course on YouTube, but most of them are just people pulling from the gacha and others just playing the game, but not actually saying or telling or sharing useful information. There must be a lot of people that I haven't come across, but this is information that I do consider crucial for in-game content. So let me show you what I'm talking about. For example, this is a problem that I come across whenever I'm trying to face teams in EX challenges, because most of the people that come in don't actually have a good team composition. Now, when you come here, you can see that there are two recommended types for this mission. The first one, it's bird type, and the second one, it's dragon type. So let me show you how is it that you can make a team composition for these specific challenge. I'm sorry. So let me show you. You go to the filter in the decks, then you go to move, and then you select flying, and then you select dragon. Now you close it, and then you're gonna be able to see the Pokemon that you have that would actually have a bonus whenever they come to this mission. Now, there is something that I have noticed. Not only do they have an elemental advantage, but they also receive stat bonuses. I do not know the numbers because I don't see any database on that, but you can clearly be able to deduct this conclusion from the damage that they receive, the damage that they take, and also the power increase from whenever you actually come into the battle. Now, once you have the ability to see what Pokemons are useful for these, I'm not saying that you have to stick to this, but I'm just saying that having this information will help you towards making good progress on the team. So from here you can select to have a striker, a technique, or a support. For example, if we go to the first one, we can see that this is a striker, and it is quite reflected by the attack and special attack, which means that this will be a good damage dealer for that mission in particular. Now if you take a look at the defense and special defense, they're 120-ish, so both of them are low, so which means that this Pokemon is kind of like a glass cannon, a lot of power but low defense. Now those 120 defense, they're actually not that low, because if you check other Pokemons, you can see that they have even lower defense. For example, this one right here, if you see the special defense, it's 83. Now if you now know who is it that is the one that you're gonna be facing, for example, you're gonna be facing, in this case, Serperior. So at least become familiar with what is the enemy stats are, because here you can see that the lowest defense that they have is gonna be the physical. So attack and physical defense is pretty good. Now you can see that most of the damage will be coming from their special attack. Therefore, you would like to choose someone who has a good, in this case, special defense. For example, if we go to, let's see, to this one, you can see that the low special defense makes him not such a good choice. So him, although I'm not saying that she would not be useful, I'm saying that she will be a low asset because of her low defense, but although she has strong physical attack, which will be attacking the low physical defense of the enemy. Now here you have another option. This one has higher defense, it's a little bit lower on the speed, and has very good attack and special attack. Now you can see this Pokemon would actually use the physical attack and also, sorry about that, also the special attack. Now, but this one is a support. You have the ability to mitigate some damage by increasing the special defense of everybody, because in that mission for Rosa Extreme Challenge, most of the damage will be special. Therefore, using special defense up as a support will help mitigate some damage. And he also has the ability to recover two slots of the sync. Two slots of the gouges, so that they can keep attacking, and increases the physical defense. But this is not about the physical defense, it's about just giving your teammates a little bit more gouges to be able to attack. And the special attack, actually, it's physical, so that's pretty good. Now if we move to Kingdra, you can see that the defenses are good, but he does not utilize the physical attack, because Dragon Breath is special and Dracometer is special as well. And to be honest, this is a very good striker. If I had to choose between a striker from these dragon types, I would go for this one. But again, I will be playing support role in the match that I will be playing in a bit, and you can see here that this is a very solid support. So this one is in. Now if you want to dish out some damage, because you're gonna be facing, in this case, Pokemon who will be weak against flying type moves. So first we have this one now, which makes this one very useful, which is Winona. It's that it has the ability to recover its gouge relatively quick because of the passive, as you can see here. Now if you go to the moves, you can see that you have Rain Dance, and not only that, you have Graceful Aerobatics, which increases the physical defense and the speed of the Pokemon. The higher the speed, the faster that your gouge bar will fill. So having this, which will be better if you cast this one first 1 or 2 times if you like, and then you cast Rain Dance, because if you cast Rain Dance first and then you start casting this, you will actually lose turns of Rain Dance, and it doesn't last the whole battle, it's a few turns. So you have to take that in consideration. Now if you use it 2 times, you have better gouge regeneration rate. Now this one, you can see that the power will be increased if the enemy target is flinched. So this one flinches the target, so utilizing this one and see if you can land the flinch, and then going for the Flyaway Air Cutter, it's going to be a plus. Now Hurricane will deal or will never miss on the mission. Now never missing, it's very important for this mission, because the enemy has the ability to lower your accuracy. Therefore, having an ability that will not miss with relatively high power, special power, will be a good choice. So I chose to have this one in the team. Now this one, if you ask me, is one of the highest attacks physical, and also who has the ability to counter the enemy and burn the enemy if it receives physical damage when doing the counter, which you can read it all here. Now about this one, it has the ability to increase its attack and secures a critical hit and makes it able to endure a hit, which is pretty good. It does not work with the sync ability, and you can see that the sync ability, it's very high. It's 300 damage, physical damage. So this one, it's a very, very good Pokemon to choose for that mission, as you can tell. Now you also have a support, which is very solid. It's this one. The passive, it's haste. You can reduce their speed. Now one thing that I forgot to mention about this one is that for this mission in particular, which we're talking about, EX Rosa Extreme Challenge, and you can see that it has Piercing Glaze, moves never miss. So whenever they lower your accuracy, they will lower your accuracy, and it will say your accuracy has been lowered. However, the moves will not miss, so that's a good thing to know. But I hope that you get the general idea of how you can make the team composition. Now, knowing the abilities of the team will also help you decide what is it that you're going to be doing in the team battle. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually go into a battle. I'm not saying that I'm going to clear it. This is just a random battle. It will be with random players. Most of the players that I get, they usually just have Serperior, they have Houndoom, they have Alola Raichu, and I'm not saying that those are bad choices, but most of them would actually not be able to benefit from the bonus that you get by using the recommended type. Now, as you can see here in the middle, I have Makuhita with Brawly. This one is just complete support, although it's I believe it's a technique user. But the reason why I'm using this one, it's because you have the ability to use Brick Break. Now, if you have faced Rosa, you can see that the first thing that she casts is it's Shields Up, which will create a double barrier, one for physical damage and another one for special. So what I do is I wait a little bit just until she casts Shields Up, and then I use Brick Break, and I will show you right here. Okay, she casted it. So what I do is Brick Break it. Okay, so that's one. Next one, I switch for Acrobatics. Now, the reason why I wanted to get rid of the wall, it's because, of course, it's a wall and it's going to be mitigating a lot of damage. And I mean, again, in this battle, I'm going to be playing a support role. Maybe a healer, may not be a healer. And I will attack the ones that they're attacking. Okay, so they're attacking the one in the middle. So let me make this decision right, okay? Because I can see they're gonna be using Leaf Storm. I want to see who they hit. And if they hit, because they had their accuracy lowered. Let's see. Okay, good. Now, I'm not saying that Trico it's a bad choice. He's a very solid striker, very powerful with the abilities that he has. Now, one thing that I do have to mention is that coming here and getting your accuracy lowered, it's not gonna be a good thing for you, because of course Leaf Storm already it's with 90 accuracy, and then having debuff, it's not such a good thing to do. Now here we already got rid of the two grass types on the sides. So what I'll do next is I'm going to sponge the damage that I'll be receiving with my dragon type, which has very solid defense. So that's why I'm switching to this one. Now, I don't mind losing the buffs that I received from my teammate. The reason is that he increased my physical defense, and that Pokemon that I had earlier excels on special attack, so it's not, I didn't lose that much. Now, I want to mitigate some damage, therefore I will use XP defense all, because he actually increased his special attack, so want to mitigate some damage on it. So he decided to die, which I don't think it's a good option, because now he's gonna be taking the damage from the sync ability. So it's here. Yeah. So now her strongest striker is going to actually be receiving a lot of damage. Because he decided to use Double Edge and kill his tank, which of course I would have preferred not to kill my tank, let her receive the sync ability, die because of the sync ability, and then have my striker available, because right there he sacrificed his tank and also sacrificed his striker, so that's not a good choice. Now, going to the next turn, every time that Rosa uses her sync ability, the next ability that she will be using is Shields Up. So I'm going to break it again. Again, I'm playing a support role, so what I want to do is I want to keep those shields off. It doesn't matter who you hit, you completely break the defense of the enemy. And let's see how it progresses. Again, I was just following whoever they're attacking. If they attack the one in the middle, I go for the one in the middle. I just want to be consistent in whoever they choose to attack. Now here, I'm going to increase the defense because I feel like my dragon has already accomplished what it needed to do. Now, as you can see, the one on the left now does not have any Pokemon left, that's not good, because if they had chosen not to sacrifice their tank, the bird type would probably still be alive, or the fighter, depending on whoever they want to get. Now, for some reason, mostly everyone chooses to have Lucario. Lucario is a very strong Pokemon, very solid. But here in this mission, he doesn't really excel or do much. So again, let's see how it progresses. Now I want to give him some sync. Now this one I kept it on because I want him to sponge the damage and of course die. I'm not trying to keep him alive or anything like that. Okay, so the next one that I want to use will be this one right here, but he will not be sent out. She's gonna be sent out, so I have to switch. So what I'll do now is this. Go automatically to my fighter so that I can destroy the wall. It doesn't really matter if I die in this turn, but if I survive, I will be healing the one on the right. So let's see what happens, because I'm not really afraid of dying in this battle. Nice. So I was able to heal the one on the right. I mean, this is a support role. I'm not trying to deal lots of damage. What I'm trying to do is... Okay, it died, which is fine. It's fine, we can deal with that. Now I will cast Acrobatics. Acrobatics, because I don't have lots of gouge bars. So do Acrobatics, hope to get a flinch, and then I will cast my sync ability. Hopefully I can get a flinch. If not, I will try it again and cast my sync ability. Did it flinch? No, it didn't flinch. Oh, it did flinch! Ah, goddamn, it should have gone for the sync right away. So let's see if I flinch him again, which I don't think it will happen. But, oh, it missed? Or what happened? I don't know, dude, I messed it up. I did mess it up. I should have... The thing is that I didn't see the icon. I couldn't see the icon. It would have been higher damage. Now, again, I knew that I probably was not gonna win, which is a very high success rate. That, okay, it was gonna be very high or unlikely. Yes, it was gonna be very unlikely for me to win, because we didn't have a team composition. Had the other teams had a more beneficial team or recommended team for the battle, probably we could have. Why not? And it's all about how you use your abilities, because you have to think about what's going to happen next. What happens, for example, if you have your tank, which in this case it was a ghost type. Well, let us just go to the 5 ghost here. Let's see, if you choose to sacrifice this one right here with double edge, it's honestly not worth it. Not worth it. It's better if you just sponge the damage, take the sync ability, and then you have another Pokemon to be able to help you out with the battle. Because if you notice in that specific battle, he went for double edge, decided to sacrifice the tank, and then sacrifice him because he actually took the damage from the sync ability, which is not a good choice, because you can see the attack right here. It's a very good striker. But again, things happen, maybe he didn't pay attention to it or things like that. So as you can see, what I did in this battle, it was to play as a support role. All that I was doing, I was destroying the shields that they would keep up. I was trying to mitigate some of the sync ability damage by increasing our special defense. And also I was dishing out some damage here and there. I was not actually going for a complete output of damage, because I would completely have a different team composition. But if you wanted, let's say, let me give you an example. If you wanted to go balls out on that mission, I would definitely create let's a team like this. Let me give you just an example, right? If you wanted to go balls deep on that, let's see, could probably see if I can have strikers. Okay, I will get her. I would get him, of course. And let's see. The other one, if you wanted to get support, or if you're not wanting to get support, you could go for technique. And I'll go for, why is it not? Oh, he's a 3-star? Oh, he's a 3-star. She's very good, so I didn't even expect her to be 3 stars with this mission, because as you can see, she deals lots of damage. For example, this will be my team composition if I wanted to go balls deep, because she will start by just building up my sync ability, because she has the ability to use graceful, acrobatics, and rain dance. The more abilities that you use in the battle, the faster that you get your sync. Now, using the sync with her would not be my option, because I would use my sync ability with her, which is that coming from her, it will be a few thousand, like 3,000-4,000 damage on the enemy. So that would make a big difference. Now here, I'm not completely and 100% sure how equipment works, but one thing that I have noticed is that whenever you have that type that would actually help the team, if the equipment matches the type of the Pokemon that you have in the team, the bonus is greater. So that's good to know. And as you can see here, a 1-star 15 level equipment is pretty much very similar to the actual 2-star level 3 2-star level 3. And as you can see, with the strength increase, this one is 19,750 and this one is 19,765, which it will end up with something like this. Now look at the team composition and the power level. It's 19,765. So if you go and try to enter the I'm sorry, it's not this one, sorry, it's gonna be Rosa. If you try to go in, you will see that you actually have pumped out your strength. So let me select it. Oh, I didn't select it for here, god damn it. So let me create the team again. I'm sorry guys, so I was not preparing that way. So with this one, then we're just gonna go for, they were 4 stars if I'm not mistaken. Yes, her and her. Now I'm not going for 5 stars. It's not like 5 stars are overpowered in challenges like this. Like, it's something that you have to know. Is it probably? Let me just check something else. 2016, okay, 16, nice. Now I have my team like this, and there were just 3 and 4 stars. No 5 stars, and you can see the power level. It's 29,000. It's completely different. And if you will, I'm not gonna record a battle with this team. I will probably do it for a different video because this already has been long enough. I wanted to give you tips on how you can build up the team and how it can work. If you have friends, this will work so much better. For example, one could have the team that I just built right now, and the other one could have the earlier team that I had. That way one would focus on breaking those walls, providing support, and hence increasing the probability of you defeating the enemy. Because it's better if the 3 players divide the roles amongst them. One definitely needs to be support. You need support. Then 2 strikers, if you will. Support, a technique, and a striker if you like. Because what I have seen is that people just go for 3 striker teams, which it's fine if you wish to rush it, but it's too risky. Glass cannon, lots of damage, very low survivability. And if you have a more solid team composition, that's gonna always be very helpful. Guys, I hope that this helped in any way possible and that you have learned anything from this example, and I hope that you also enjoy the rest of your day.